One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is that by the time we're adults, our brains are done. We think the hardware is set in stone and we're just stuck with the glitches we have. But I have some clinical insider info for you. Your brain is a construction site that never closes. Today we're talking about why your brain's ability to change is the ultimate green light for BPD recovery. So first question, does the brain keep growing in size? Physically, no. By about age 12, your brain has reached its maximum volume. And by your mid-20s, the internal CEO, that prefrontal cortex we're always talking about, finishes its initial wiring. But while the box stops getting bigger, the wiring inside is constantly shifting. This is called neuroplasticity. Think of it like a smartphone. The hardware stays the same size, but you can keep downloading massive software updates that completely rewrite how the device functions. So, there are 3 ways your brain grows into recovery. First is synaptogenesis. So every time you practice a new skill, like using an and statement instead of splitting, you're physically growing new connections between neurons. Second is myelination. As you repeat that skill, your brain wraps the wire in a fatty coating called myelin. This makes the signal travel faster. This is how a manual skill eventually becomes an automatic reflex. And third is pruning. Your brain is efficient. If you stop using the old maps of reactive anger and fear, your brain eventually deletes those pathways to save energy. We used to think you were born with all the neurons you'd ever have. That's actually not true. Through neurogenesis, your brain, specifically the hippocampus where you store memories and learning, can actually grow new neurons even in old age. You're literally hiring new employees to help you manage your emotional processing, the information processing, all of that stuff that's crucial when we talk about BPD treatment. Why is this so promising when it comes to BPD recovery? Because BPD is largely a disorder of emotional dysregulation and information processing. If your brain were static, you'd be stuck. But because your brain is plastic, every time you engage in therapy, every time you choose a middle path instead of an extreme, and every time you map the time travel, the skill that we've discussed before, you're physically remodeling your hardware. You aren't just coping, you're re-engineering your brain to be less reactive and more resilient. Your brain isn't finished. It's waiting for the next update. If I can help you with BPD recovery, that is my jam. Just reach out to me or grab yourself a free trial of my TikTok BPD skills group.